Alright, so we're back with a 2,000 point battle report. It is IG versus IG today, but I'm running IG with Space Wolf allies, and then on the other side there's IG with Ork allies. So start with my list. I have a Demolisher down here in the corner with a veteran, not a veteran, veteran at the top. This is a junior officer squad with 3 multi-guns and a flamer and a Chimera. A big giant blob squad, 4 las cannons, 4 power axes. It's a 40-man squad, and a rune priest right there. I know he looks like my Blood Angels guy, but he's a rune priest today. And he took 2 divination powers. Then I have in the middle a command squad with carapace armor and 4 plasma guns, a Demolisher with a low man las cannon, and on that side there's the veterans there. They have 3 multi-guns. In the building we have some long fangs, just 5 missile launchers, a Griffin siege mortar there, and then outflanking I have 15 blood claws with a wolf priest, because Space Wolves can take 2 for 1 HQs in the HQ slot, so I got 2 Space Wolf HQs. Saga the Hunter makes them outflank, and then I have a single Vendetta. Starting with the other army, they have 2 Vendettas in reserve, so it's going to be a firefight with the flyers here. And then they have 3 squads of veterans with plasma guns, and the 3 Chimeras are on the right hand side. A Mana Core there and behind the building, and also another Mana Core here. A Battle Wagon with Death Rolla and Mega Armor Knobs in the building there, and a Colossus with Ludas in the Aegis defense line there. So that's what we're doing. I had first turn, and we did not have night fights, but first turn just got seized, so this is a bad deployment with Mana Cores now. We'll be back and see what kind of damage they can do. Alright, so we're back at the end of turn 1, and it was not nice. We had started the 2 Mana Cores. One of them, this left-hand one, scattered off the table, thankfully, and did nothing, but the right one landed on target and was mean. It immobilized this Chimera and took 2 hull points off, and blew the gun off my Lehman Russ and took a hull point off it, so it's only got the las cannon left. The Aegis defense line there, along with the command squad, the las cannon, exploded my command Chimera, and then the Ludas finished off the squad, but the commander's left, he went to ground for the cover save there. The Colossus ended up shooting into my blob here and killing a bunch of guys, so they've been whittled down some. And the far right Chimera tried to shoot some plasma guns out of the back into the front of my Chimera there. One overheated and died, and the Chimera took no damage. The other 2 just moved up and popped smoke. So that's what we had turn 1. We'll see if I can retaliate and come back from this. Alright, so the end of my turn 1, and it was actually not too bad for us. My Lehman Russ moved back with its only weapon left, the las cannon, and immobilized the battle wagon here. So that was a huge relief on this side of the table. I managed to explode 1 Chimera there, the one with smoke on it, and the one on the right I stripped a whole point off and shook. That was about all the damage I did this turn, but immobilizing that was enough to make it worth it. And my opponent just rolled reserves, and all of his reserves came on, so Marbo and both the Vendettas, and we'll see what happens. Alright, IG and Orks turn 2, and it was painful. I lost this Chimera here, my junior officer squad decided to pin. That Vendetta outflanked on that edge, but that was the only good thing that went my way this whole turn. I shot the side armor on my Lehman Russ here and did nothing at all. I took a hit from a Colossus into this squad, and even though I have leadership 10 of my Rune Priest, they pinned on 11. Lost that Demolisher. There's actually, you can see the flight stand right there. There's a Vendetta, but the wing kept flipping the building. But the Demolisher is dead. Lost that Chimera, and that squad pinned, and then also Marbo popped up right there and then nuked half the squad with his grenade. So that's where we're at now. I'm going to see if my reserves come on and see if I can't pull us out somehow. Alright, so the end of IG and not Blood Angels this time, Space Wolves turn 2. My Vendetta came on, fired into there. I did 2 penetrating hits, actually I did 3 penetrating hits. Saved 2 Jinx saves, 1 got through and just shook it, or stunned it. Over there, that wingless one, I moved over my long fang, shot into it, and shot into 2 melty guns. Hit with one of my melty guns snap firing, and then rolled snake eyes for penetration. It was awesome. But I got a missile launcher through and immobilized it, so it's down 1 hull point also, so both of them lost a hull point. And they both also jinxed, so they'll be snap firing this turn. My Lehman Russ continues to be awesome with his las cannon and shot a Mega Armor Knob to death. Griffin Siege Mortar blew up some of those guys there in the center. And then these guys came on over here because they're blood claws, they suck, and did not hit that with their melty guns. Actually, they rolled a 1 and a 2, so they wouldn't even hit it with normal Space Marines. But they're on the board at least. So that's where we're at turn 2. We're going on to 3 and see what happens. Alright, so turn 3 for IG and Orks. The back right Vendetta there went into hover mode, so it stayed still and tried to snap fire into this Vendetta, but just missed with all his lance cannons. That one flew up and shot some guardsmen. I think it killed 2. They actually have side spawns and heavy bolters on them, so even with the snap firing, still killed 2 of my guardsmen. All of the big tanks in the back all shot into this big blob squad of guardsmen. As you can see, there is not very many of them left. They're very sparse and spread out. Other than that, the only other action that happened is Marbo charged in the building, ended up killing 2 out of the Long Fang squad, and then got beat to death by my counterattack. So that's where we're at. We'll be back with IG and Space Wolves turn 3 and see what happens. Alright, so the end of my turn 3, and it was terrible. I moved the squad over here because that one's in hover mode to bring it down on that, and I failed my order, so my 2 las cannons were not twin linked and both of them missed. And then I also fired my hull mounted from the Lehman Russ here, and that one missed also. So neither Vendetta this turn took any damage. My entire backfield, all of my infantry shot at both of them, and they just liked it. My Vendetta flew up here because I figured I'd do some damage to my other guys, and shot at the Colossus because it's annoying the crap out of me. And I did blow off its gun and take another hull point away, so it's down to 1 hull point, and the big gun is gone. So that was worth it, kind of. The big squad in the bushes here just moved up and is threatening that objective. And I think that is all that happened this turn. Oh, my Griffin shot into the squad with the Relic and made them drop it. I don't know if I said that earlier. We were playing the Relic, though. But anyway, so that's what happened this turn, and we'll be back. Alright, not a bad turn for Orks and IG. This Vendetta that's in hover mode back here nuked my Griffin hiding behind those there, just pivoted and shot at the back, exploded. This one flew over here, tried to shoot my Lehman Russ to death, but no, it did do a hull point. One glance. So this Lehman Russ only has 1 hull point left. And then we took some fire over here. These guys got out and claimed the Relic again. These guys moved up. This took all kinds of fire. The plasma guns there, the las cannon, and the Aegis defense line all fired into it. I did a jink and only took 1 hull point and lost that las cannon on that, so it's down to a 2. And then over here, this Manicore just pivoted sideways and flamed into my Blood Claws and killed 2 of them. Oh wait, and the other Manicore back there nuked my commander who was hiding so gallantly behind this building here. Just landed one on his head and exploded him all over the place. So he got another point for a Warlord. But that's where we're at now. We'll be back with my turn, see what happens. Alright, so my turn 4, it wasn't a bad turn. My Lehman Russ continues to be awesome with his hull mounted las cannon and stunned that Vendetta down there, and it's down to 1 hull point left. These guys here with their 2 las cannons couldn't even hit it, rolled snake eyes. These guys with the melta guns moved up and tried to shoot this one, but still flying, so they need 6 to hit and just missed. Over there we shot through the gap trying to hit that Chimera over there, but didn't do anything. Our melta guns weren't within double tap range or double dice range. The long fangs in the building were awesome and fired a whole bunch of blast templates down on these guys in the Relic and broke them. So they're running away. The Relic's controlled by nobody, but there's a squad of mega armor obs and a war boss right there, so they can probably grab it. And then in the backfield, I finally made it into combat with all my Blood Claws, charging the Orks, massacred a bunch of them, and wrecked the Colossus. Did a multi-charge, so I gave it my +2 attacks on the charge just to try and wreck the Colossus. And it worked. And then the Orks rolled Snake Eyes for their leadership, so they stuck in, so we're in combat right there. That's what happened my turn 4, so we're back with IG and Orks turn 5. Alright, so the end of IG and Orks turn 5, and the Mega Armor Knobs have moved up and grabbed the Relic. In the backfield, the Blood Claws beat the Ludas down, so we're free back there in the back. This squad here rallied. The lone sergeants from the other squad kept fleeing though. These 2 tanks moved up with heavy flamers and burnt half my squad down, just got the sergeant and 2 guys left. And then the Vendetta snap fired and killed one of my long fangs in the building. So that's where we're at turn 5. We'll back and see what I can do. Alright, so my turn 5, I advanced my blob here finally. I got the backfield cleared, so they finally were free to move up. I tried to use Misfortune from my Rune Priest, wherever he's at in there, to make these knobs roll their armor saves, but he made his 6+ deny the witch save, so they did not get Misfortune. So it ended up the war boss only took 1 wound. I was hoping to kill one off so it forced the leadership check and maybe break him, but it was not to happen. I did kill his warlord in the back there, so I got the 1 for the warlord, and I also got 1 for linebreaker. The game did end though, so he obviously has the objective right there on top of that knob's head, so he wins no matter what because 3 points and he got first blood. But I got linebreaker and warlord, so whoo, go my team. But other than that, I killed the Vendetta over there, and that's about all I did my turn. These brave guardsmen assaulted that Chimera with their frag grenades and did nothing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with another one sometime soon.